Whether you are on an adventure or at the downtown cafe, your answers are no more than a sniff away. Dog Training 360's purpose is simple: to teach you why dogs do what they do, as well as the action steps you need to take to have better communication, connection, consistency, and conceivability with your dog. So we've really been talking about the accountability of dog ownership and what you should be prepared for. And I think this is a great time to start talking about the holidays and the chaos that comes with the holidays, and also not being home as much because you have all these evening events and parties. And then also on the flip side to that is that everybody's coming to your house and you have all these people over, and how to keep up with routines and consistencies and the changes that happen in the house overall, where the kids are home again and, you have company. And I think that's sometimes people are feeling guilty because their dog's not really getting everything that they need, or the dog's feeling like that. And then they're starting to be destructive, chewing on the Christmas tree, pulling out ornaments. I think that's all of that. I feel like is just because everything in the routines have changed. And new things are up, right?
Well, even like your house might physically change. Like you might rearrange your furniture to like add Christmas decorations. Yeah. And then like you're physically changing these regular things that's always been the same in your dog's life, like on even that level.
Yeah. I mean, at our house, the dogs are, used to coming out of their crates and heading outside. And when we put the tree up, it was like, oh, turn the corner and head into the living room and check out this thing that's in there. And so now that's becoming the new, like, I haven't let them completely get engaged with it yet. And so they're still very curious about this Christmas tree that's in the house. So it definitely kind of throws them off, and the smells are different, and the whole feel is different when you're changing things around for that. And then also, putting stuff under the tree.
I think you have just general excitement.
Yeah.
And that transfers to the dog. They're like, we're excited too. Yeah. We have no idea why.
Right.
And then it kind of turns into this thing like, oh, I'm going to eat these presents. Yeah. Or, because they get an excitement from you being excited and having fun and like enjoying doing this stuff, but they don't know what to do with that because they're a dog.
Right.
And they don't do presents and Christmas and, all that stuff.
Yep. And also I had one, she got her dog new dog toys and wrapped them already and put them under the tree. And her dog went and had fun. And I'm like, this is probably not a good, like, something you should be teaching them, because they're just going to open everything. Yeah. And so don't put the dog gifts out. Don't put food gifts.
Yeah, I always tell people when I give them food. Yeah. Like, because some people will open their gifts right away when you give it to them. Right. And other people want to save it. And I don't care which you want to do. Yeah. But I always say, like, I just want to tell you it's food. So don't put it under your tree. Yeah. Because the dogs are just like, woo. Yeah. There's food down here.
Right. Yeah. And I think sometimes people either are not informed.
I think you just don't think about it. Yeah. You just don't think about it. Yeah. I worked at the vet for 10 years, and Christmas is the time of induced vomiting for chocolate. Right. Right. Yeah. And so I'm hyper aware about dogs eating chocolate because that was my life every year. Yep. For
throw it up.
Even more than 10 years of my life, that like all these dogs just eat chocolate. Right. So I'm aware of it. Yeah. But I think in general, you just don't think about it. You just give someone a gift and you're like, Merry Christmas. Right. And then you don't think about like what's going to happen to it once they take it home. Yeah. Yep. So. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a good, thing to bring up, that if you're giving a gift and it's, fudge or, something chocolate or, something that you should tell them that not for under the tree if you have pets. Yeah. That you don't even have to say that it's food. It's just is not for under the tree if you have pets. Yep. And be done with it. But that is something that, as dog owners, it would be nice to know, because they will get into it for sure. The other thing, just on a random topic, I know a lot of our clients have a cat along with their dogs, and tinsel is incredibly deadly to cats. And there's a lot of Christmas decorations that are actually very deadly to our animals that we don't really think about. So, just be aware of what you have decorated the tree with. And also, do you have boundaries where the Christmas tree is with the dog? And maybe that's, a training piece that you create these boundaries that they can't come in and be around the tree. Like that.
Yeah.
Or put it in the main room that nobody hangs out in and the dog doesn't, so I think that those are all things that everybody should be aware of. The other thing that will happen this time of year is, just being gone so much with holiday events, and the kids have holiday events, and you're not really feeling like you're home as much. And this is the time that I feel like it's important to kind of maybe even hibernate your dogs a little bit, even if they're older dogs and they're crate trained, put them in their crate and kind of, get into a different routine where they're going to be safe. Everything around the house is going to be safe. And you hope by the time your dog is, 3-4 years old, they're kind of used to the holidays and stuff like that. But life changes from year to year of how busy you are.
Well, and I think just don't be afraid to change the routine. Like, I think some people have a routine for their dog, and they don't want to change the routine because it will upset the dog.
Right.
And they pick up the new routine very easy. They don't really care what the routine is.
Yeah.
Just as long as we have one.
Right.
So it's really, really easy to change. I mean, with my dogs, just in the last couple of weeks, we've had a lot of snow here. And I don't want, like, a muddy, wet dogs, like, running all through my whole house,
Yeah.
And so we have just a new routine now. When they come in, they go right in their kennel, and then I let them dry off, and then they can come back out.
Yep.
And it's just taken a couple times of we come right in and we go right into our kennel, as opposed to in the summer when it was we come in and we come in our dog bed or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, I mean... it would be fine if they would come in their dog bed, I guess. But then I'm like, have wet, soggy dog beds all over my house,
Yep.
So they change really quickly, and they're fine. They just say, "Oh, this is what we do now."
Right.
We do this instead. So So don't be afraid to change as long as you're consistent.
Right.
It'll go really good, really easily.
Yeah. And part of that is don't be afraid to put the leash back on. Don't be afraid to use, go back and use some of your tools that, maybe first Christmas they're a puppy and now they're a year old. And, don't be afraid to go back to some of those tools of putting the leash on and using your crate more than than you have, just to help them find a little bit more comfort in the chaos that happens during the holiday season, because it does feel chaotic to me, even going into homes and doing lessons, that feels a little bit more chaotic and things, everybody's kind of hustling and bustling and, stuff's happening, and they come home, and you go shopping and you have all these smells and things. And it's just, it's just a different stress that the dogs are feeling that can create some backlash with it, with, not being home as much. And so, I would say commit to, giving your dog an adventure a week. That's a good get out and like romp and run and get all that energy out. If you have a busy week that you're not going to be able to get them out or do much with them during the week. And I think that's, something to think about, is you still have to give them some time. It may not, walk every night, but give them an adventure that's for
them. Because like they can get exhausted, I think, doing family things. Like if you have people coming over to your home and it's really exciting, and then your dog just doesn't have the self-control to be like, I need a nap, and go in the other room and go to sleep. Like while all this exciting stuff is going on. And so they need an exciting thing that's just theirs, their own thing. That's away from all that family bustle. And then when you are having family bustle, you need to be conscious that your dog will not get the rest that it needs, which will also make it be more naughty. That you have to consciously say, no, remember, we are resting now. And give them time away from that to rest too.
And that, and that just brings up that other, we're out of the house and not giving the dog enough time to, now everybody's in the house and the dog's just, it's over the top attention and everybody's touching, and it's just go, that for sure go back to your tools. Maybe it's just putting the leash on and making them stick with you and giving them that permission that they don't have to go out and socialize with everybody, or putting them in their crate, or making sure that their outside time is truly outside time, and the kids are not sneaking out and playing with them outside, and giving them that break of people, because a lot of times this is when some big dog bites happen because the dogs are so frustrated or penned up, and then chaos in the house, and they get agitated and end up biting. So it's busy, but you still have an animal that you need to give attention to and make sure that their needs are being met. Changing the routine so that their needs are being met. And I think that sleeping is definitely a big key to a lot of it. And then bigger adventures once a week would be far more beneficial than stressing about, we only had time to go, 10 minutes down the road.
Yeah. I think some dogs have things that they enjoy doing that are comfort to them too. Like if you have a dog that just really likes to play fetch, and you personally play fetch with them every day. Yeah. If you can just keep that thing and just do that one thing with them that they like and enjoy and find the comfort in, that will help you too. Yep. Like if you have a little dog that sits on your lap and every day, normally every day, at 3:00, you read a book for half an hour, right, and the dog sits on your lap. Yep. I don't know what your lives are. My life might be like that. Yeah. If you still do that with your dog, then they're like, oh, well, it's my little relaxed time, this read the book time that we always do. And that helps too. It's just keep one normal thing. Yep. Consistent. If you can't keep everything right. Yeah. Which is so true. So I think that, as we're heading into the holidays, everybody should be really just be mindful and think about what the needs are of our dog. Don't overly stress about it, but make sure the needs are being met, and just be aware of everything that's going on, and that they're feeling it too. And behaviorally, you may see some things that you don't normally see.